Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the best ways to go about the MUT draft mode, best way to go 5-0 5 times very quickly, the most safe mode. Pretty much, if you do it this method, you should get it 1 in every 3-4 times. If not, you should know pretty quickly if this is going to be the team that's going to take you all the way. If you feel like you're missing some key spots, it does not hurt to just take your L, quit in the first game. Don't waste your time with a bad team. This will be the best way to go about it, and we're ready to show you. So, basically, what you're going to want to do is look at the rewards for the flawless runs real quick. We'll go over them real quick. Pretty much, the first run is alright. You get 3 medium stockings, right? That's not too bad. But after that, it gets fantastic, right? The 2 large stockings, those alone cost about $1,600 per snow-wise. So, that alone is 3,200 snow, plus the 2,300 snow you get from winning in general. So, that's almost like, what, 5.5k snow just from 5-0, right? And then XL is another 7,000 snow, right? And then the 4th win, that's like 12,000 snow worth of stuff. Then the 5th win is 93 Joey Porter and Tony Pollard. Now at this current point, it's almost like the ratio is insane, right? Pretty much like the best ratio is like 160 for a 90 to get like 5k snow, or like an 87 for like 40k. So your best bet is doing this mode on repeat, right? And then once you get quickly, you look at the 6th win, you get 2 large stockings. I am still doing this mode because of how good it is. And it's also free if you get at least 3 wins, right? So I have another token. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to go right into it. Now, what I like to do is find an offensive playbook that you can match with 6-1. As long as you have 6-1 and you have your audibles down to like a T, like for a decent amount of time. If you don't have your audibles down, I will show you how to do them for this scheme. And you can go into practice mode for 3 minutes and you'll have it perfectly memorized. It's very easy. Break it down. But I don't know these too well, but we're just going to send it and say Eagles, because I'm pretty sure Eagles has a decent offense. I don't know about the rest, so we're just going to go right into it. Fantastic first round. Now, a lot of people say they like Derrick Henry. I haven't been a huge fan. He bounces off like almost too many tackles for me, and he's not really elusive, and he's big, so he kind of like, it's kind of hard to really get around blockers. I've been more of a Ricky Williams guy myself. So for this example, I mean, Derrick Henry is still very good. If you get him, he's honestly, he might honestly be better than Ricky. I've just been a huge fan of Ricky. Then Jalen Waddle. If you get Jalen Waddle, Randy Moss, any receiver that's fast, and especially if they got Yak 'em up, fantastic. Now, you could get A.J. Brown double me, but you got to keep in mind that double me doesn't work with KOs or Universal. So, take that as you will, right? Same with Moss, whatever, right? But here, perfect. This is what I wanted to get into. Now, so for this scheme, you're going to have 2 CBs, a free safety, a strong safety, and a middle linebacker. You want to make sure that you get those 3 with Avalanche to the closest of your ability. If you only get like a linebacker and maybe a safety, great. If you only get a middle linebacker, you want safeties. Like, that's the key thing, is you want safeties as well to not get burnt, but also for the Avalanche, right? So we're going to take Ray Nitschke here. Now, this is the one safety in the game for this draft mode that doesn't get Avalanche. This is the only one I have seen so far that doesn't get Avalanche. So for that reason, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? We're getting Harrison Smith here. He gets Avalanche. He gets deep in. He gets pick artist. What more could you ask for other than Universal, right? Now, we got a little Hode here, because linemen I've been saying are probably the least useful thing in the draft, but I guess we could take a left tackle with, edge protector, I guess. It's fine. Wow, we're getting, this isn't too great. So I guess if we're going to run anywhere, it's going to be the left side. So we're going to just do that, I guess. We're going to get a lineman, because we already have a running back. I would say the only position that I wouldn't double up on is running back. All right, we get a corner. That's good. We get a corner. We get another corner. Perfect. Now, you're looking for a strong safety in the final round here. Ooh, tough beat. All right. These are probably like my 3 least favorite quarterbacks. I'm not kidding. Normally, the best one I would say is either Will Levis or Lamar Jackson, depending on how you play. And then right below that is Vic. Because why I say Will Levis is the best is because he gets Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, Hot Route Master, and Dots. Those are insane. Throw the speed out the window. But, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I'm probably just going to go Jaden, even though I do think maybe Brady's better, but that speed scares me a little bit. And then we have Brian Branch and Xavier McKinney. And these both have Avalanche. Now, I'm going to personally pick Brian Branch because he has higher hit power, similar zone, he's faster, same height, all that stuff. I do think Brian Branch is one of the best picks with Ray Nitschke you can get, so we're going to move him to free safety, and we're just going to run into it. So that means we have 2 safeties with Avalanche. We have a middle linebacker with Avalanche. We have a fast receiver. We have a good running back. You could get better, but this is going to be, a basic video, right? We're not going to have, this is basically how we want it. If you get 2 Avalanches at safety and you get a middle linebacker with Avalanche and you have at least 1 receiver, a good running back, you should be able to make it happen. You're not going to get it. It's not going to be every time. It's not a guarantee. You can still play someone who's good. You can still get hoed. It's still Madden 25. But that makes your odds of, going 5-0 increasingly higher when you do this. When you do, that's just the draft portion. We're going to get into how to play defense. And then the offense is just how you're what you're better at. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now you see I have an Avalanche on both sides. Now, I personally like it down. If I have an Avalanche on both sides, this is why I like getting both of those strong safeties as well. Because normally if you get a free safety and a strong safety, you only get 1 Avalanche on kickoff. But if you get both, you have 2, right? I don't know why Amani Hooker had a mind of his own there, and he kind of just did his own thing. But all right, we have 6-1. This is the entire defense, right? You're looking at them. Now let's do our audibles here. So we have Quandre Diggs. We're going to put in Harrison Smith. Now, cover 4, right? We're going to start out just how it all works, right? I'm not going to make any audibles yet. But basically, you see the 2 safeties have Avalanche. So if they run the ball, you have so many reasons to get the ball out. If they throw a short route or right at Harrison Smith, that works too. That's also why safeties are good. That's also why safeties are fantastic. Yeah, so now what you really want to do, realistically, is just absolutely annihilate the clock. Just make the clock yours, man. Don't overthink it. Just run the ball, and if they stop you on the first 1 or 2 tries, then maybe get to passing, right? Oh, man, he might have some, he may have some run defense here, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we didn't get the best offensive draft. I think we still got a pretty good draft in general, but, yeah, we're going to try our best here to make something happen. We'll throw that. Little, you know what I'm saying? And then basically now we're going to try to chew the clock again. We don't really have a whole lot of leeway with this offense, but that's why you draft a better offense. That's why you look on Let.GG. Unlike me, I didn't look this time because I'm trying to do this kind of quick here. But, yeah, we have a wide receiver who is Himothy. Now we're going to try to go down in the one or 2 yards short of the first down. We're going to take the clock. A motion wide post. All right, so we have a cheese play. We do have a cheese play. We're not going to run it. We're going to take it to the quarter. I just want to chew the clock. So you got to make sure that when you find an offense that you're comfortable with, just one formation you're comfortable with, you want to absolutely abuse it. Because you don't really, most of the time you're not going to get an offense you've ran a lot before. So, and now I have ran this halfback / fake end around Mamma Jamma before once or twice, and it worked very well for me. Now, I don't know if it's, really good, but we're going to give it a shot here. It normally opens up a lot. Yeah, that was weird, right? It's a pretty, broken run, I feel like. But, yeah, we're just going to basically try to chew the hell out of the clock, and if he stops us a decent amount, it is what it is, right? We just kick a field goal. As long as you're up 3 getting ball at half, you should feel pretty comfortable. Now, he's going to try to take some timeouts, so now that we're taking his timeouts, we can start, getting a little bit going on here. Basically, just try to get first downs, right? That's your whole game plan. Try to get first downs. We'll go down right here. Take some more clock. Yep. That's why sometimes you want to no huddle, right? That's why you want to no huddle sometimes, because it takes a little bit of clock and they panic timeout. That's very good. I love that, especially when they're trying to really get that ball back. My goal is normally to try to score under 30 seconds or 30 seconds left and then trust in the defense at that point, because you don't want to cut it too close, right? So close enough. Let's hop on defense. let's clamp. You know the deal. All right, so we're back. Now I can talk more about the 6-1 and what I personally like to do, and that has won me a lot of games, is strictly very, very simple audibles, right? You kind of want to stop match from happening. I'm not going to lie. I don't set my zone drops in this mode. You can pass commit if you feel like they're going to pass, right? But I like to do this. Just a cover 2. If they're in a tight set, double Mabel. Oh, shoot. All right, it's fine. I didn't double Mabel correctly, but... Okay, we got a little bailed out there. Yeah. But basically, cover 2. They can run a little bit of corner stuff. If they do it, they do it. But I would rather be in base so they're not matching. Trey Y flex again. Normally when they're in tight sets, I would like to do stuff like this, right? If they don't have an outside receiver, I kind of like to do something like this and make a switch stick if it's a corner route. Otherwise, this should be a box. Simple as that. Don't overthink it. Don't be making like 30 adjustments. Throw that Brian Branch. Throw that Brian Branch. All right, knockout. So that's why switch sticking is very important in this scheme. That's pretty much it. You just, we're going to call this again because he could get in field goal range with time. So now is when we shit underneath, stop match. We stick in cover 4 because he only has 7 seconds left. And if he runs the ball up the middle, it's very, very good because I can just land the hit stick. The gap opens up, and you get some stuff going on here. Oh, this could be a pick. Oh, imagine, dude. If he didn't take 7 seconds for that play, we could have got a field goal too. But now this is like a perfect scenario, right? So now just imagine I have 3 points. Let's just imagine I only had 3 instead of 7. I am still in winning position here. So whenever I'm in this position and I have 7, now I'm not over here necessarily being reckless and throwing dumb stuff, but it's more you can push downfield now. So now you can still press chew clock. You can still be on chew clock. I totally forgot to. He has no corner on that left side, so what we're going to do is just straight up chuck it over his head. Oh, nope, never mind. No, we're not. We're going to do that. This guy's actually not bad. Wow, he is making weird adjustments, bro. Holy, we got ourselves a sweat. All right. So, yeah, we can just move the ball as much as we need. We just need to get first downs. You just need to consistently be getting first downs. That's kind of the key. So you can take as much clock with you at the same time. So we're going for the first down. That's all we care about. We don't care about anything else. Avoid avalanches and chew the clock, right? You're in winning position here. You don't need to be overthinking it, right? You don't need to run every single down because they may have run defense. You don't need to pass every single down because you still want to keep the clock moving unless it's like a safe read, right? And yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea. You kind of want to just, when you're up by 7 with ball, your entire game plan is to be running the rock and just getting into a field goal position. And once you're in field goal position, your whole entire goal is literally just get a field goal. That's it. Chew as much clock as you can. Kick your 3. You shouldn't even be really worried about a touchdown, right? You really shouldn't. Like right now, there's no reason to be worrying about the touchdown because the chances of him getting the ball back, scoring a touchdown, getting an onside kick, scoring another touchdown in these sort of quarters is very, very slim. And you got to think realistically. Like, yeah, you could be panicking and trying to, really trying to get the touchdown. But then you could sell, right? You can make a dumb read or you can fumble from avalanches and stuff. So your whole game plan is just stay in field goal range. You know what I'm saying? Stay in field goal range, get yards. If you get more first downs, you get the best chance you have of winning. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Up by 2 scores in this game mode. It's almost impossible for them to beat you. So like right here, right now, we're going to go down, right? We're going to go down, take his timeouts, right? Anything we can. Because, for example, this guy knows he just lost. Simple as that. He knows he just lost. Move on to game 2, right? I'll see you guys in game 2, ski. Back to kickoff. Again, we have those 2 avalanches. So we can kind of tilt it a little bit to the left here, right? Only if you have 2 avalanches, right? If you don't, try to kick it more towards the person that has an avalanche so you have a potential to get a fumble, right? Sometimes they'll just kneel it. Sometimes let it go out of the end zone. But that's pretty much the whole game plan. Just maximize your potential to get a stop, right? Because one stop is like your chances of winning the game are about 90% off rip. So now I like to do that. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, right? You can shade over top so you don't mess up the double Mabel. And if I had a brain on my shoulders, I would have been trying to shoot that gap. But I figured that was an outside zone. So I'm a little bit of an idiot. But yeah, again, boom, boom, shade over top. Get ready for a play. This guy's going to roll out like a madman. It's fine. You can't really do much about Vic. There's not going to be many things you can really do. I mean, we could try to go into base line so we're not super matchy. Again, just play defense, right? If they're going to pass the ball, just play defense. Try to do what you can to get your avalanches to be the ones making the tackles, because it just maximizes your chance at a free stop. 4th down anyways, so if we get a stop here, we're up. If we get a stop here, we're looking good. We're going to blitz all linebackers here so we make them panic a little bit. There it is. All right, so 4th down. So you can also blitz those linebackers too. You don't need to drop them into coverage. Honestly, a lot of the time I sometimes will blitz them, because especially if they're scrambling, because they're not like the best coverage guys. Unless you draft like Robert Spillane or Yaya Diaby, then they're most likely not going to be fantastic. So just keep that in mind, that you don't need to put them in coverage. They're nice to put into coverage for sure, just extra bodies to kind of scare them away from throwing a read. But yeah, you never know. So we also have two linemen right there, so that's pretty nice. Again, freight train, just fight. Just fight, freight train. Fight, 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 fight. Offense at this point, you get a stop. Pretty much you just want to get in field goal range, and if you can get a touchdown, that's good. And if you can't, definitely just try to get a field goal. Nothing insane. Normally, if you have less time, I would say, you know, really play for it. But we have a lot of time here, so we can try to see anything develop. We have Yak 'em up. So we need to find any kind of first down play here. Motion wide post, perfect. You know, we have that's why you draft for the offense, because as long as you have 6-1, you can get stops, and you're more worried about getting touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? You're worried about getting in the end zone, finding the end zone. Boom. Right? So now we have no more timeouts. So now we're really like, if we don't have a read for a touchdown, you just got to, you know, play it safe. Play it safe. Take your points. Don't get too risky here. We're going to put them on a wheel route. See, like, if we have nothing open, you can take, at this point, since I'm on the 18, you can totally just get an intentional grounding and send it, right? But, yep, see, I took a sack. 30 seconds left. We're not even going crazy here. We're just going to line up in field goal form on 2nd and 19. We're not getting risky here. We're not doing anything insanely gambly. We are going to take our points and move forth. You know what I'm saying? That's really all we're worried about. So we're back. So now you can do one of two things when you're in this scenario. Now, if you don't have a running back, I recommend doing option A. And option A is scoring a very quick touchdown, and basically, you know, this is a more risky one. You can go for a very quick touchdown so that now you're up 10, and you can just basically lower the clock as they do their drive. Because the most they can really get on one drive, obviously, is 7 points. So you're just back in a situation where you were at before. But if you want a safer way, which is honestly can be risky as well, is trying to just chew as much clock as possible and just get to the end zone, right? Just get to the end zone late as you can and whatever, right? But if you have fast receivers, you don't have safeties, right? I can block, right? I can block Ricky, can try to put Waddle out there, see if he can make a play. Don't force anything. Just take your yards. So now we got this play. See, you want to find like a formation you are somewhat familiar in. This offense is very easy to run. Obviously, it's stoppable, right? You don't have to really think a whole lot. I personally, you know, it's a very safe offense. Right? Make a read, go down. Right? Don't take any hit stick fumbles. Very cautious. You know, very cautious. Just try to get the ball rolling. Sometimes what I like to do is go on shoe clock and literally just run every first down. Just run every first down. Especially if you had to get linemen. I don't recommend linemen, but if you had to, you can run right at them. Again, that's why I don't really care about linemen right there, because he just absolutely annihilated me in front of my 2 linemen that I had, my left tackle and my left guard. So keep that in mind when you start thinking about like drafting linemen. We just got absolutely clapped in the backfield. But it's not that big of a deal because we can just, second down, right? All right, so now we got a quick touchdown. He decided to man up, cause a lot of problems. So now we're up 10 and there's only 2 minutes left, right? You can chew. Some people will say like try to just chew the entire half away. That can be tough, especially if they have decent run defense. So I personally like scoring, taking my touchdown when I can if I'm up any kind of points whatsoever with ball, is kind of just scoring. Unless it's the first quarter, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's the first half, then maybe you want to be really cautious. But realistically, you should try to go up 10 whenever you can. Go up 2 scores whenever you can in the second half. That's when it matters because they don't have as much time, right? Now you're forcing them to try to cut it to a 1-score lead and just take more time while doing so. Just stay in base cover 4 here. Obviously try to keep it down. Play some defense. Make him make dumb reads. There you go. Make him make dumb reads. He's going to throw right at my face. Double coverage with a universal. That's going to happen a lot. This game mode is very, very dumb still. You'd think, something would happen there. And sometimes you just got to deal with it, man. You just can't get mad. The worst thing you could do is get mad in this mode because you know that the more mad you get, the worse you play. So that's why we lock in. We make plays. That's why Ray Nitschke is the GOAT of this mode. He has 98 speed. All right, so game 3, you can tell this guy doesn't have an Avalanche middle linebacker. He does have Lamar, so we will be sending a little more heat here and there, depending on his formation. Now, if he comes out in 5 wide, I'm probably not going to. Or if he comes out in, like, trips flex or something, right, with a tight end a little bumped out, then maybe we won't. But overall, we're going to be trying to send a little more heat. Nothing insane, but we're getting ball to start here, which is kind of tough. You don't really like to do that. It makes it not super difficult, but you more need to be up points going into half. You really need to. And if they're really good at chewing clock and they know how to chew an entire half away, it's going to be 10 times harder. So you kind of want to score quick when you get ball first. I'm not gonna lie, you kind of want there's 1 and 2 ways you can go about it, and you're gonna base what you're gonna do based off your first few plays. Is you either want to score very, very quick, or you want to score with very little time left, and anything in between is putting yourself in a little bit of a rough scenario. So we're gonna see how many yards we get off this, and it's gonna depend on what we do next. And yeah, we have Laporta, can't hit it, get absolutely annihilated by 0 guys. So, but no clock is running, so we can still really realistically keep trying this. Trying to deep shot on a side that doesn't have a safety. He did draft all corners, so this is going to be a little tough. I'm probably not going to go too crazy. Who did he draft? He got Junior Seau, Sauce, Xavier McKinney, Tariq. Okay, he kind of cooked. He kind of cooked with this draft. We do have a wide open shot here. We're going to, so this is like exactly what I'm saying. If I didn't get this, right, and there was like a minute and a half left even, or like a minute and 15 seconds, and I still haven't scored, unless I'm in the red zone, I'm not really trying to score much quicker, and I'm trying to just run and take the clock, right? This again. And then, we're not going to touch these until we see what he's doing. Realistically, you don't even have to do anything with those. We're going to keep him in a deep quarter. We're going to do that. We're going to use her, and pretty much if he does a corner route, we clamp it, right? This guy's going to try to chew the entire clock away. He's going to try to run the roll. We're going to absolutely just be lighting him up as much as possible. That's pretty much the whole game plan here. We're going to be lighting him up as much as possible. If he keeps running, time to light him up. You know what I'm saying? Light him up, light him up, light him up, light him up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to pass. Smart man, right? Because we're going to clamp that as well. You know what I'm saying? This defense is so easy, man. This defense is so easy. You don't have to really try. I think this guy took the same route that I was thinking, where you run the first down, you see how their run defense is, and you depend on what you do after that. So you can make I might make my flats 25 for the sole purpose that I think he's going to be just corner routing the living hell out of me. Yeah, so we're going to make our flats 25 for that specific reason. People like 30, but I like 25. It's all preference, I guess. See what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If you can switch stick, if you can't switch stick. Now in the red zone, any form of the red zone, I like to keep hooks there and then switch stick if it's a streak. If it's a streak, I switch stick. If it's not, I keep it the way it is. Avalanche hit stick. We're not getting nothing. I mean, wasn't the best hit stick ever, but I mean, you would like to see a fumble cough out of that. But overall, basically what you're doing when you get avalanches is you're getting good players anyways, and while you're getting good players, you're bound to get at least like a fumble every other game, right? Right? Fumble? There it is. I mean, that wasn't even an avalanche. He was just an idiot, right? He thought, oh, I have Lamar, I can't fumble. But if you try to pitch mid-tackle, you're a little bit of an idiot, right? But that's how important fumbles are. I mean, they're so huge. Think about how much the game just changed, him not putting points there. Him not getting points there really, really, really makes it more difficult. Because even if he comes out at half and scores 7, it's now tied, and I'm in the driver's seat, and I can just chew the clock out and kick a field goal. You know what I'm saying? And especially if I score again, that's insane, right? If I score again, he might as well just say sayonara, right? Don't use timeouts super early, because if they stop you, you may have just shot yourself in the foot for no reason, right? So don't be looking at the clock until you're, like, in the red zone, right? Don't worry about the clock until you're in the red zone. Save your timeouts for in the red zone. Safer, honestly. Right, so here. Yeah, we still don't really want to worry about it because it's like he stops you here. He stops you on 4th down, right? We're way more comfortable up 7 than giving him any kind of points here. So that's kind of our game plan. We can hit Waddle here. No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. See, that's why you don't want to do that. I didn't think he would play that. He's in the cover 3, and he was lined up above me. So I figured he would shift to the right side and to the middle from the left side. But he bit on that incredibly. He bit on that really hard. See, I just shot myself in the foot. Potentially lost this game because of that. That's why you don't be an idiot and you do exactly what I was saying before that I didn't do. This is what makes me lose runs when I was on my run, right? What made me start winning runs is just kneeling the ball and taking it into half. That's what was winning me games. Winning me 5-0s. So I guess our best shot here is just to try to get a return. We might get blessed. Who knows? Nope. Okay, so we're kind of... This is a very uncomfortable spot. In this scenario, I do like to use it as safety. Oh. Avalanche. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The tides have been turned. You want them to run through that gap, man. You do. You really, really do. You really, 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 really do. Now we're going to play a lot safer. Good thing I subbed in Harrison Smith when I did. That's why you need Avalanche on your field at all times. A game we should have lost could now be a game that we win strictly through a draft. Through the draft. Like, just you're drafting cards that honestly haven't even been... Like, it's not like getting an Avalanche on your team is losing you the game, right? Because it's not like they're worse because they have Avalanche. They're the same safety. They just also get Avalanche. So, I personally think getting Avalanches is way better than getting a lockdown corner. Unless you're a man coverage demon, right? You love to just spam man, then maybe, but I don't think it's very good, especially if they know how to beat it very consistently. We're trying to get into field goal range. So we're not trying to get in the end zone. Let me call the play, please. We might be cooked. Okay, cool. We're good. We're going to take our yards, right? You just want to get in field goal range. Take some clock with you when you can. Guy's a little bit better. This guy's pretty decent. So, yeah, that's pretty much my game plan. Is just getting yards. All right, now we're good. Go down. Chew, 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 chew. Once you're up and there's very little... Oh, this guy's an idiot. Panicked. He panicked. He panicked. All right, so now... Chew, 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 chew. Get that first down. You know what I'm saying? Get that first. Get that first. Get that first. Get that first down. This is where literally the entire game revolves around you getting a first down. One first, you win. This guy's trying to get in there with an avalanche. We're going to try to avoid it. Yep, all right, cool. We are winning because of Avalanche right now. Avalanche is winning us this game, whether you like it or not. You pretty much want to run here. We're going to power. We're going to run yeah, we're just going to basically do whatever we can to get in this end zone. Or not end zone, and get a first down. If not, you take 30 seconds, you take all of his timeouts, and look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We sealed it. We sealed it. Sealed the game. Sealed the deal. We're going to QB kneel, right? All this was because of Avalanche and Freight Train, bro. We're winning games by maximizing our chances of turnovers. And 6-1 is the best way to do it. Because the front three people outside of the D linemen are all Avalanche. So if he makes it to the second level, he's cooked. If you meet him in the hole, he's cooked. Avalanches every time. Simple as that. First full game we played, we won off an Avalanche. So we move on. Okay, so he has Lamar, Junior Seau, and Demario Davis. Now, keep in mind, he has 2 linebackers that don't have Avalanche. But he does have reinforcements. Now, reinforcements is kind of like, it is pretty good if you use it correctly, right? If this guy's a nickel set, a dollar set, 2 linebacker, anything, and we're getting ball to start, this is going to be probably our toughest matchup yet. That last guy was already pretty tough. We're in a equally tough situation here because it's going to be a lot harder to chew, and it's going to be a lot harder to... Oh, never mind, he left. Okay, this guy did not like his team. That was by far going to be our most difficult game. Yeah. All right, on to game 5, I guess. Well, so who's this guy got? He's got Nico Collins, Junior Seau, and Randall Cunningham. So that's probably our best look so far. It's probably our best bet right now. As long as we don't get ball to start. Okay, we're kicking off. So this is very, very in our favor. Just looking at the top 3 and then, yeah, so. The last game, I don't know why that guy would leave. I guess he wanted Avalanches or something, maybe. Or he didn't get any DBs, or I don't know. He didn't get a running back or wide receivers. It could be anything. So maybe I got a little bit worked up quick. Not worked up, you know what I'm saying. I got a little nervous, a little bit too soon. Don't know what to... No, he's going to come out and goal line normal. So now we're going to come out and mug. All right. And we're just going to mug him. We're just going to mug him. We're not going to run commit because I don't like run committing. Personally, I think he's just going to QB sneak. And we stuff him. 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 I don't like 6-1 for goal line. And the only reason is if they QB sneak, right? If they're on the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, 6-1's good, right? But I like mug because it is way better at stopping QB sneaks. That's about it, though, or like fullback dives. Other than that, it's, yeah. It is what it is, right? So let's see if he has any avalanches. So he doesn't seem to have any. Okay, so we're good. We've looked to see if he has avalanches. He doesn't. We can chew clock. We can run as many times as we want as long as we, don't get to like 3rd down. All right, if you're on 3rd down, I wouldn't trust the run game tremendously. I definitely play cautious. Okay, so we do get ball at half. It depends on if he calls a timeout here. We're going to pretend like we're going to run a play. And then we're just going to make a ton of audibles, right? So this is like, we're trying to, if he's not going to take his timeouts, we're going to punish him for that. And we're just going to pretend like we're going to kick it. But in reality, we are just taking a timeout right here. Okay, cool. 30 seconds. This is how we wanted to do it. We wanted to keep it under 30 seconds when we score. This guy did not want to call a timeout. And this is an example of bad clock management, right? If he did call a timeout there, you could consider going for it. I don't heavily advise it. I feel like you might as well just take your points. You know what I'm saying? And just try to get a stop. Because honestly, if you have avalanches, he could, if you have universals, right, you have good DBs. If you have good DBs, I would take your 3. If you don't have any good DBs and you're worried that, like, let's say he has a really fast receiver and he can just cook you, you could consider going for it. But, yeah, that's pretty much my whole game plan there. Definitely shade underneath, though, so you don't get hit by a... What are we doing here? Hit me with a double pass. Okay, this guy is having a panic attack live. We're going to try one play, but hear me out. I still like the idea of a field goal here. Because if you get a field goal, we get ball at half. We get another field goal. It's a 2-score game. So we're going to see if we can get this, and if we can't, we're not going to panic and do something stupid, right? do have that. We do have that. We do have that. And we get hoed. Okay. We did get a little hoed there. Let's try... I will go for this just because I'm so close. And this could be a game changer. If not, we can just try to go for 7 when we get ball at half. Yeah, that was a little dumb in my personal opinion of a play. But we could try to QB sneak it. We get it. Up 7, getting ball at half. Up 10, getting ball at half. That's huge. Game 5. I mean, this is practically unstoppable. With my first game, my first video trying to do this, my first attempt. And then after this, if I win this game, I'm technically 8-1 doing this method, right? So, yeah. And we didn't even go too crazy. Like, we didn't even get, like, a perfect draft, right? You know, I took Ricky Williams instead of Derrick Henry. You could have taken Derrick Henry, right, if you were better with him. We could have gotten 2 insane receivers, 3 insane receivers, an insane tight end. Right, we could have gotten all those things, but we took a pretty basic. We got decent CBs. We didn't get anything crazy, right? But if you're up 2 scores going into half with ball, which is a very rare scenario, because even a best of the best, it's going to be very difficult to even do that. Just because of how much clock is chewed. You kind of want to just chew the clock, except for this. We're going to take our points, because this, honestly, is just going to make them leave. We were going to chew clock no matter what. I think it's practically, not impossible, but pretty much impossible for him to make the comeback here. Before, like, if I just chewed clock and went down to 20. So now it's really impossible. Yeah. Pick. That should seal it. That should seal it. This guy, man. This guy. Easiest game 5. There's no elo. There shouldn't be any elo. Alright, so, game 5 in the bag. Let's hope it counts. If it doesn't, you guys get a second game, you know what I'm saying? But that should count. He did rage quit. See if all of our games counted. Now, if it doesn't count, it is what it is. Alright, there we go. There we go. 5 win skis, man. Season recap. Now, we've already done this like 6 times before this. So now this is our 7th flawless run. 6th plus flawless run. You get another token. You get 2,380 snow. And then on top of that, 2 large presents that equate to about 3,200 by themselves. So you get about like 3,600 in value of snow, which is fantastic for 5 wins. Doing this method is going to be practically like, you should win one every other time if you get a draft like that. Ultra green present. That's an XL. We got an XL too. See, this is why you do this shit, man. Come on, man. That's why you do it. That is why we do this, all right? We did it, all right? We're going to do it again. 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 We're going to stack up the snow like crazy. And an extra pack just for y'all, man. We have cleared, by the way, I just want to let you guys know, pretty much all the larges and extra larges for almost free. I think I've only quick sold 193 and then like maybe a few 87s. And other than that, everything has just been through playing this mode. When I first started, I didn't really have a meta. So I didn't really, go too crazy getting a ton of wins. So I was just getting a lot of, like, 1,000 snow, 2,000 snow just for, like, not making it all the way. But once they started getting a method, man, we have been going dumb. We've been going stupid. But, yeah, that's the video, man. And I want to say thanks for watching if you made it to this point. If you made it to this point, follow the YouTube. Follow the Twitch. Join up on the Twitch streams, man. We're in there pretty often, right? I would say pretty much every day except for Sundays, and maybe if I'm spending a lot of time doing videos or I'm busy, then maybe I won't be live. But most of the times, 5-6 days a week, come pop by. Yeah, love to see y'all there, man. Peace.